I mean, I thought our guys played well. At the end of the day, a couple too many mistakes. Whether it's leaving points out there on that first drive offensively or just not being able to get out the field in the third quarter defensively. And then, of course, you can't ever give up a block punt. But, there's a handful of plays we wish we could have had back because at the end of the day, if we're ever going to knock off a team like that, those are mistakes that we just cannot afford to make. So had a really good film session with the guys yesterday in all of our position meetings. And, I think they see how much we're doing well and how well they are playing. But at the same time, there's certain plays that are out there right now that, we just got to have that dog, that confidence to go make those plays, to be able to either get off the field or get the football in the end zone, if we're going to beat a team like that. So real happy with the effort, the intensity, the physicality that we played with on all three phases. We just just a couple plays we wish we had back. Yeah, it's awesome. We've talked about it since day one. We had a 3-week camp in the summertime where we were trying to get him to grow up a little bit in terms of what he was doing mentally. We were excited to see what he was going to do in that first game. I felt like he was ready, and he played well against Hillsdale. Again, unfortunately, he got dinged up, so we were, kind of handcuffed a little bit those next couple of weeks, but get him back to healthy for Wayne. And I feel like the last 3 weeks he's kind of been on a steady climb in terms of what his production is and what he's been able to do. So, since we got him healthy, we haven't given up a sack in 3 weeks. A lot of that is due to his feet getting us out of trouble, knowing when to throw it away. So, there's a ton that he's doing that very happy with. As we continue to go now, we're going to see some different coverages and different looks this weekend. So he's going to have to be able to, read a couple different concepts from the pocket to be able to make our, our drive routes and our meshes work just based off of what they do. We'll add to the playbook a little bit in terms of what we're asking him to do right now. But, I'm very pleased with where he's at right now. Yeah, that's the plan every weekend. It doesn't always work out that way based off of what we see from coverages or different defenses. But, it's to be able to get that many different guys touches, however we got them. We talked about it after the game. We didn't attempt a ton of rushes, but to get Willie involved with, swing routes and screens and so on, being able to get more guys involved, as right, makes us tougher to defend. So we don't ever go into a game just trying to get D-Will 20 touches or Ethan, whatever. There's always, it's always scripted to try to get different guys involved. This doesn't always work out that way. Happened to be on Saturday that, formationally with motions and so on, we were able to free different guys up, and obviously Alex got the football where it needed to go. I felt like going into the game on Saturday, our confidence was right where it needed to be. I don't feel like we went on the field with anybody questioning whether or not we could play with that team. You go through that game and see how close you are, or you're only a handful, 10 plays away from being in it closer. It's not like we were, in a situation where we still lost by 2 scores. So, but I do hope that our guys are now sitting there saying that we're not going to be overwhelmed by anything. GV's incredible, talented, big, fast, strong, but they don't look any different than what we just saw in terms of the bodies and what we're going to see from an athletic standpoint. So, we got to be able to go down there and understand what our game plan is and, make sure that we're executing all 3 phases, but we're not going to be overwhelmed. If we get beat, we get beat, but it's not going to be because our guys are scared. Talented on the outside offensively. They're big, physical on the inside. They've got a couple different backs that they'll use, a couple different cues they use. Defensively, it's hockey line changes with their front. I mean, they're bringing in 4 at a time. Corners are probably the best that we've seen up to this point in terms of their athleticism. 2 safeties that have played quite a bit of football in this league, but and then of course they've got the kids standing in the middle of their defense that is one of the best players in our entire league. So you don't turn on the film and say they're weak in any one spot. Having said that, just like everybody else we play, we're going to find spots where we think we have advantages and try to go attack that particular part of their defense or their offense, whatever it may be. But you're not turning on the film saying they're trying to hide this kid. They don't have any of that. So really good at home. And obviously they're hot right now. They got beaten week 1, but have played some really good football since then. So well coached, and there's not a whole lot of negatives to say about that team.